Practice the rudiments. This is something that's preached by pretty much every band director and private lesson instructor as the surefire way for a young drummer to improve their playing. And rightfully so, the rudiments are a really important thing to be practicing. But something that's always missed in this conversation is the how and the why we practice our rudiments. Because if you're anything like me, you're gonna hear this, and as a young drummer, like I did, you'll go home and you'll think, okay, I'm gonna practice my rudiments. Well, I've got a paradiddle, paradiddle. And then maybe you'll think, okay, well, let's try to go faster. And you'll get to that, and pretty quickly, you'll get kind of bored. You'll be like, okay, what's the point of this? Why am I doing this? When am I ever going to hear that in a song? And truthfully, you're not ever going to hear a paradiddle like that in a song. So what I want to cover today is what's the next step? How do we take these rudiment patterns and then apply them to the grooves and the fills that we hear in the music that we love? So today what I want to work on is taking a simple 16th note fill. You've probably heard it before, and we're going to incorporate double stroke rolls into it just to kind of spice it up, make it a little bit more interesting. So here's that 16th note fill pattern. So you've probably heard that before. It's a relatively simple 16th note fill. A lot of times it's the first fill that a drummer will play. The next step we want to do is start to incorporate our double stroke roll into that pattern. So to do that, we're going to put a diddle on the E and the and of the 16th note. So that'll sound like this. So once you get comfortable playing that pattern, the next step is to speed it up a little bit and start to incorporate it into a groove as a traditional drum fill. Awesome. So it already sounds much more interesting than where we started. So the next step, once you feel comfortable playing that fill, is to change our orchestration. So essentially orchestration is just what drum we're hitting in what order. So the orchestration I want to do for this fill today, we put beat 1 on the floor tom, the E and the and are diddles on the snare drum, and then the on the rack tom. And slowly that sounds like this. And once you speed that up and use it as a fill, yeah, so a lot more spicy and a lot more interesting now than where we started. So the final step is up to you. You got to take that fill idea, that pattern that we've been playing, and come up with your own orchestrations. So to do that, you just have to change where on the drum set you're placing the 1, the E, the and the So experiment, try out different things, and here are a few of my ideas.